I'm awake. I ran. I
You ran
know.
today?
No.
Uh,
No, I woke up like at 8 o'clock. I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. Went right back to sleep. I was like, I'm feeling so good. I'm gonna continue this good feeling. Woke up at 10:10 and then woke up again at 10:40.
yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
You got
But
like that woke up voice.
no. Yeah. I had to eat a little bit. Your boy had to treat himself to a Wawa donut with coffee. That's why I was running a little late.
Fancy.
Yeah, I try.
It's funny.
Speaking of fancy, man, you got like a what is that? You got like you got like a suit on, like a Rick and Morty suit. Is that like a blanket or like a? It's just the top of the three piece.
Yeah, I got matching shoes. It's like my Easter outfit. I'm like a couple weeks late.
Damn. All right, I respect
No,
that.
it's a blanket. It's just a blanket.
Oh, it's your daughter's blanket. All right.
It's cold.
You're in your house. You could just get a sweater.
Property Ebonics.
Everybody, welcome to Proper Ebonics.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the building. I'm in my house, but like this is what I had. Like this is what I was doing. I was just sitting, watch TV, and I had the blanket over me. I wasn't going to like go get dressed to go a different room in my house. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm just going. This is how I am right
Wait, but there's no TV up there. I know your house outline.
now.
I mean, you were already downstairs and you went upstairs with the blanket.
Yeah, I did what I'm saying. I didn't get dressed to go to a different room. I just went from this is how I was in the living room. I was just like this, chilling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. This is what it is, man. You came on here with your arms out. I can't have a blanket on. Come on, man.
All right, man. You know that comment you said about my arms, it has stuck with me. I won't wear short sleeves anymore. I wear this in the summer now. This is my summer outfit. No one will see my wrist.
You mean you say risk like risk and reward or wrist?
What are you saying? You said the same
Okay,
thing just now.
I said wrist with a T. It's like you said risk with a K. I
Yeah, maybe I did.
think
My
you might.
wrist. Ew. Oh yeah, wrist. Ew. That's I've never said that word. That's such an uncomfortable thing to say. My wrist.
It's it's so much more uncomfortable to hear you say risk and mean a part of your body.
It seems weird. I know, right? My wrist version. No, the wrist. Yeah, I'm not going to show my wrist anymore. Also, now I have wrist. Fuck, that's such a weird word. Oh, good catch.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's still early. You know what I mean? So it could be just saying it differently because you just woke up 3 times today.
It is nice doing that, but no, I just never caught that wrist. It sounds like I'm learning a new word because I guess I am, but wrist.
Wrist.
Gosh.
Now, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm an adult and I literally learn new words all the time. Like, wait, that's what that is? Or like you ever see a word? You're like, what word is that? You're like, that's not how you spell that word. It's no way. Like,
That's I dropped solace in a sentence the other day, and the person was in awe. It was a learning experience, and they're like, and I was like, I played it off.
you
And,
talking to a toddler?
no, it was an adult that knows languages and pays taxes. Just didn't know what solace was. I had to drop it on him.
Kind of stupid adult pays taxes. This guy's dumb. I'm kidding.
They may be listening to this episode. Shout out to that person.
No, I'm just joking around. I obviously don't know you because if I did, you would know how to speak English.
Yeah.
Um,
Bro, before we get into, we got a lot of stuff to talk about and all that. Before we get into the meat of Proper Ebonics, episode 30,000, I don't know. Check this painting I got at a thrift shop.
that's Sandra Bullock.
Close. So
Is she painting a boat? Oh, she sitting down on the dock, looking at a boat.
yeah, I
Okay.
need PE's opinion on this from the people. Is this painting hideous? Because I got it and starting to feel like it's hideous.
I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion here.
Yeah.
Um, personally, me, I'm not hanging up a white woman in my house.
Yeah. No, I felt that way too.
Yeah, I just can't. You just look at it. You just feel the oppression looking over your shoulder at all times.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to match Aunt Bertha over there, and then it's like you got that one over there. That's not, I just called it Aunt Bertha because I thought it'd be a cool name. But yeah, I don't know. Producer Pat mentioned this one's maybe haunted. Maybe I do get that vibe as well, but I don't know. Trying something new and gonna give it a good month while I leave it up there and see how it feels with my soul.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it floats your boat, no pun intended, because there's a boat back there. But yeah, it is what it is. But I don't feel comfortable having all these white women look over me as I sit down and sleep. It doesn't feel comfortable to me.
Yeah, no, I get why. I get why you could feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm a little more uncomfortable with it. I'm a little more comfortable. I'm like, oh yeah, got a white lady looking outside the sea. Maybe she's looking over me as well. Maybe she's a little haunted.
Yeah. Listen, it's whatever you into, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know.
All right. Appreciate the insight. Appreciate that.
You give it a month. After a month, if it's not giving you the positive vibes that you need, you can return it to the thrift store.
Yeah. It's likely going to be laziness that takes an effect. I could be hating it and be like, I'm not going to take it down right today. Aunt Bertha's going to be lonely. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm good for not hanging things up. So like my laziness is so bad, I won't even hang it. I just got pictures just sitting on the floor or something. Taking it down is easy. Putting it up for me is a difficult task. Yeah.
Damn. I want to hear about your journeys. We haven't spoken in about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
First off, miss your friend. Secondly, I want to hear what journeys you went on.
Oh, I miss you too. But my daughter was like, "Dad, you haven't recorded a podcast in a while." I was like, "It's been like 2 weeks."
She's
Yeah.
like, what am I going to listen to now?
What hood rest I'm going to get into while you're recording? But yeah, man, I went to LA for the first time, dog. Like I'd never been there, and my first reaction is like the place where I got my Airbnb. This was normal because I'm a black man living in America, but I was the minority. But this time, the majority was Mexican people. When I tell you where my Airbnb was at, it was like a little south of Los Angeles, and the place was not Hawthorne, Laurel, one of them places, whatever. But like, I had walked to the store, and I did not see anybody but Mexican people.
Oh.
I didn't see any white. I didn't see any black. It was just Mexican people, yo. I was like, this is crazy. This is not the norm from where I'm from.
I'm wondering what part of LA you're in. Not that I would know. Like I'm an expert on LA. I have no clue.
It was
San Andreas. I don't know if that's a real place or not. I don't know.
I think it might be.
It's definitely a Grand Theft Auto level.
Yeah. It was Laurel. I'm thinking, is it Laurel? I know I did go to Hawthorne for a show, which is like 10 minutes away. I know I was in Hawthorne.
Oh.
But I believe it was Laurel. But whoever it was, dog, like my Airbnb where it was at, dog, it was literally Mexicans everywhere. Like I was like, oh snap, this is like what you see on TV. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't see, the only time I see that many people Mexicans around my way is like Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it was crazy. You know what I mean?
Did you have any discussions with the locals? Did you try to get to know people?
Yo, I literally, that's one of my favorite things to do when I travel, yo. I like to like get into like the culture that's not like touristy. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the, you know what I mean? So like my Airbnb was like my next door neighbor, whatever. Cool dude. You know what I mean? We were talking and he was I hopped out my Uber, whatever. He was like barbecuing, drinking Coronas. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be somebody I need to talk to. So I was talking to him, you know what I mean? I was asking him where the supermarket was. He was like, I don't know, but the liquor store is that way. I'm like, do you live here? Like, what do you mean?
He's like, no, I'm also in an Airbnb.
Yeah, man. But you know, yeah, I was talking to him. It was cool though, man. You know, I had some tacos. You know, I had to hit the taco spot up. Dog, these fish tacos, like there was the competition, the taco competition in Los Angeles is crazy.
Damn, there's a taco competition. That sounds delightful.
not like the actual competition, but you know, like
the
Burger King
market.
versus like the market, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like I paid $1.50 for like some of the best fish tacos I've ever had. You know what I mean?
Gosh, damn.
And then look, the Uber Eats minimum was $15, so I got like 1,002 tacos. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Man, was it like in terms of like, do you feel like you could roam around the neighborhood sort of thing, or did you stay inside and just bike to wherever you needed to be afterward?
You really can't walk. Everything's spread apart. But I'm a walker and I'm an explorer, and I fit in anywhere I go. So ain't nobody gonna really like mess with
Damn.
me. You know, he's
You gotta put that in your
6'3".
bio right there.
You know what I mean?
I'm a walker, I'm an explorer, and I fit everywhere I go.
No, look, that's something. That's something that I know. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like I blend. I get it. I fit in. I get in where I fit in. You know what I mean? Like I know how to speak to people. I'm not like being a weirdo. Hello, how you doing? You know. And like I said, I'm a big black guy. You really don't mind. You know what I
You're a
mean?
very affable person.
Yeah.
Easy to talk to.
There you go.
Mm.
So I did walk around. You know what I'm saying? I even did a homeless douche video. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, it's been a few years. Homeless douche.
I held up a sign. No, I've been doing them on the gram. I just don't. People don't know that's what it's called. You know what I mean? But
Is it still under a name, homeless douche? Whenever you're doing like a cardboard, that's the kind of we have to recognize that's homeless douche.
Every time I put a cardboard picture up or a cardboard video, in the caption is hashtag homeless douche. So if you click the caption on Instagram, homeless douche, you'll see over 500 posts.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Very nice.
Yeah. So so I did a sign, like on the street. It was it's fun to me because like nobody knows who I am. They just see this dude out there like holding up a cardboard sign, but he's obviously not homeless. He's like dressed. You know what I mean? So I got to do that. That was fun.
I know we briefly spoken this before. We don't have to like harp on it, but like when you do that now, especially like in a new area, do you think about like because I know that's like becoming a trend now, especially brought on by the one dude that
homeless
may not have no like the holding up the cardboard sign. And now there's like the guy that was doing, he was at the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah, he took my whole style, man. You know that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When doing that in LA in a new place, do you almost feel like a pressure to be like have a sign underneath it like the original or something like that?
No, you know why, yo? I'm a huge fan. It's probably to my own detriment, but I'm a huge fan of if you know, you know. Like the people that know that I've been doing that for 7 years, I'm writing on cardboard signs for 7 years, you know what I'm saying? It's documented. You can scroll back on my Instagram. Like I kind of like that idea. So there's people that will comment. I had a guy comment like the guy that holds the sign, the white guy, he commented his name under my picture. And I had to comment under that, like, yo, I've been doing this for 7 years, dog. Like he been doing it for a year and a half. Like it's not the same, you know what I mean? And I'm
people
funny.
that know, the people that know.
Yeah, so that's why I don't feel any pressure to like write anything. No, it is what it is. And then like people be like, yo, I know you from somewhere, but I don't know where I know you from. Like it's probably some picture you see floating around online of me holding a cardboard sign. You just don't know at the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like you're like the William Dafoe of comedy. It's like we know you from something. We absolutely know you're in our mind, but we don't know from what. Shout out to William Dafoe.
I just wish I knew who William Dafoe was.
You know him. You do know him. You just don't know who exactly. I'll show a photo afterward.
Yeah, you gotta show me. But yeah, man, LA was definitely a good time, man. I got to perform.
I was about to say you didn't go there just for tacos.
No, so I can tell you about the one show I did. I still can't talk about the main reason I went. I can't talk about that.
Exclusive.
I can't talk about that yet. But when that drops, flyer for that situation drops, then I can talk about it. But
I've been creating theories in my head as to what it is. You've told me like little things, but I've been creating like a whole scenario. I won't release it because I think I'm pretty spot on with what the theory is. Like, I have some hints.
You got some hints? Yeah, you might have some inside scoop you maybe do. But yeah, man, I got to perform. And so that's my first time performing in LA. And after my first performance, they was already calling me Hollywood Al. They was like, yeah,
hey.
Yeah, man. So
you did 2 shows. This is the one in Hawthorne you're mentioning.
No, that was the one I can talk about. But
there you go. Nice.
The one I can't talk about was the one I did in Beverly Hills. So it was like I didn't know I was going to Beverly Hills till I was trying to get an Uber back, whatever. But
Dang, palm trees, cocaine. That's all I know about that area. That's all.
people, and one thing I don't know why I realized this. I feel like people in LA do not have their dogs on leashes enough.
Oh.
I just feel like it's just so open. I just see so many dogs just running around without their owner. I'm just like, but then I'm like, then they'll run back to the owner like 2 minutes later. I'm like, why don't they have leashes out here? Like, you see kids on leashes, but no dogs. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Damn, you probably do see more of that. You probably see more kids on leashes than you see Lopsopsis.
right. Yeah. So I got to perform it. It was like this amphitheater in like a park or whatever. I mean, it was dope, man. Really good time. It was a show put on by people at Comedy Rhetoric. And our good friend, I got the plug. I don't know if she watches the show, but our good friend Mary Romeo put me with the plug. Yeah. She was like, yo, you reach out to them. And that's what I did. And I got on the show, you know. So
meeting connections and such and following up and making dreams happen in the streets of Beverly Hills. Very nice, man.
Yeah, so it's a good time, man.
Yeah. And did you feel because I know you had to do the plane and all that, and you had your one dose. How do you feel in terms of travel?
I had on an N95.
Oh, damn.
I had on another surgical mask over that. I wish I had my thing here, but I also got one of those visor things. Like,
damn, you must look like a nerd.
Don't laugh at me. It was shade. It was like shaded though, so it was like you couldn't see my face. It was like black. It was dope though. I look like I thought I looked cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is it one that you just got at a shop, or was it like? Because I know there's a place in Philadelphia, this lady who sells them independently, and it makes you look like RoboCop. The color goes down as it goes up.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna get one before my trip, but didn't get a chance to. But I'm curious to see if it was that you're referring to.
Yeah, it's that I actually I sell them. So I sell those at my girl's store. So like I have like 10 different colors. You know what I mean? So
damn,
you should have told me. I'd have got you one.
Oh man, Robo Al. Yeah, man. I want to eventually. I don't know if I'm really going to be using it like that now, but maybe just stylistically.
Yeah, it's because like I had to get I had to make sure I had to get a COVID shot before, not a shot, a COVID test before and after the plane or whatever for the situation I had. So I had to make sure, like, yo, I do not want to take any chances with this. I do not want to be like the only person that can't perform because I got it or something.
Yeah.
So
that would have been a bummer.
So I look like a nerd, but it is what it is, you
know. No, I get that, man. And you've only got like the one like actual shot itself, or with that, did you feel like you had some protection, or did you kind of let your guard down and enjoy the experience while you're out there, sort of thing?
No, I didn't let my guard down, but once I got to the reason I went to LA and I knew that we were all checked and all that twice, when I was around them people, I felt more comfortable. And I ain't gonna lie, I was talking to people without a mask on, things like that. Like we all got double tested. So it's just kind of we got like rapid tested and we got the other joint a couple of days. So it's kind of like I know these people in here are cool. You know what I mean? So like
right.
When I was in that situation, I was, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when I was out in the world though, I still was masked up doing my thing.
Okay. Did you feel like a guilty pleasure in it of like, damn, I'm seeing teeth right now. This person's like less than 3 inches away from me. I'm looking them dead in their eyes, spitting each other's mouths. How'd that feel, man?
Yeah, man, it was actually the best part was actually licking people's palms. I haven't done that in a while, you know. That was good.
Nice feeling to come back to.
Yeah, I mean, like it was like my homie, man. I ain't seen her in like a couple years, so I mean, like, give her a hug. Like, oh, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a while. I mean, so it was, that was cool.
We're at the side of it now where we're going back to hugs and stuff. I'm seeing my buddy Nate after this, so I haven't seen since COVID. Like he was one of my childhood friends, and I'm gonna break him off a nice little hug. In my dream last night, it was like after the hangout, we like hung out, but it was like in our away from each other where we were leaving each other. And I gave him a hug, and as I was going away, I could see teardrops in his eye.
Really?
Out of like sentimental teardrops. Like he was like I wasn't crying. I remember in the dream being like, all right, you would, Nate. Yeah. But yeah, that was so Nathan may cry later on after I touch his body. I gotta frame that differently.
No,
Okay.
I think that was perfect. Trust me, I would probably cry if you touched my body too.
Oh man. I'm gonna touch those wrist. Nathan, do you know you had wrist? That's crazy. Damn, man.
Poor
Um
Kurt.
yo, we always say we're gonna do what we never do. Let's get in some prop suggestions. My prop suggestion is went to the local library and I've been discovering some new things. And the librarian, they have like the multimedia section, and it's like librarians picks for movies. So I may have followed up with one of the librarians there. Shout out to Mary. Followed up with her suggestion, and this week I'm going to recommend the film Gaslight. I think it was 1944, based off the playwright, the UK playwright, and it's where the term gaslight and gaslighting comes from.
That was my question.
Yeah, so that's the reason why she had it up there too. So it's pretty much the dude. He marries this very well, I won't do the whole story, but she marries this woman, and then he does all these tricks to pretty much make her feel that she's insane, that she's questioning herself, and he adjusts the gas lighting for like the house. So like it's like she thinks it's bright and then it's dark, and they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. He's gaslighting her. Good film overall, and surprisingly had funny moments. And one of the best portrayals, probably because it's originally from that, of the phenomenon of gaslighting. So I highly recommend. Good film overall. Shout out to Joseph Cotton.
So is Mary the librarian the reason the term has come back to life?
Yeah,
Because
Mary
I haven't
did
heard
it.
the term so recently.
Gaslighting?
Yeah, it's like like you said, this film came out in 42, but like I haven't heard this. I haven't heard the term gaslighting to the most couple recently in the last couple
Yeah,
years.
I think the term started to come back around like maybe 2010 or so. Yeah, I gotta double check that, but on Mary's end, it was just like a movie she saw, and I guess she's heard about it too. So she's like, I enjoyed it as well. And I wasn't spitting game or anything like that, but I was spitting a little bit of game. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do some homework. Got it. As I was leaving, I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. And she may have did a little giggle. So I got to do a little report when I go back and return it today. Like, all right, here's my feedback. But yeah, it was good though. I did enjoy it.
Mary's giving you homework assignments.
As someone that's a librarian, I appreciate that. I want my librarians to give me assignments and local resources.
It's hilarious. Only Kurt goes. Not only do you still go to the library, you get homework from the library.
Bro, in terms of like getting the brain to like expand and such, librarians are good with that.
I'll tell you something about you that I like. You are always seeking to gain knowledge. I like that. There are a lot of people that don't read books, they don't like to open their mind, they don't like to learn. You seem like you're always continuously trying to gain knowledge. It's pretty cool.
Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, so I'll tell you my proper suggestion for today is to check out Michael Shea's new sketch show.
Oh yeah,
on
HBO, right?
On HBO Max called That Damn Michael Shea. Yeah. And it's really funny. It's my kind of funny. He's making fun of white people. He is he's making fun of the system.
Oh.
Just all the white privilege stuff, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And it's very well done. Like it's not just like he's just playing sketches. It's like a story that flows through conversation that he's having and sketches. Yeah, so like Chappelle's show, he would tell a joke and then cut to the skit.
Right.
And then he'll tell another joke, then cut to another whole skit. This is more like a linear situation, whereas like I'm talking and I'm gonna cut to a skit, then I'm gonna talk or show another cartoon about the same, but it's like a story. The whole thing's like a story, the whole episode. So it's pretty cool.
Like the sketches reflect whatever dialogue he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
You're the second person today to recommend that to me. I woke up to a text. It wasn't even like a hey, how are you doing or anything like that. It was like, yo, watch Michael Che's new sketch show. So I'm definitely gonna have to check this out. I didn't realize it was out yet.
Yeah, it came out like 2 days ago or something like that. So I
Ah.
watched like the first 2.5 episodes. I think I fell asleep on the third one, whatever. But yeah, it's really good, man. I'm gonna finish
Ah.
watching that this weekend.
That I
Yeah.
would say it's cool when sketch comedy shows are good, sort of thing. In the sense that like the last Chappelle show was like a game changer for me, one of my favorite shows. And then I hadn't really seen a sketch show like that in a while until the Astrology Club, the one that they came out on Netflix, like the all black cast about a year or two ago. And that reminded me a lot of Chappelle show. So now I'm curious to see this now. Someone from the SNL background and Michael J, just overall good comic. I think it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I seen an interview where they asked him about how he's allowed to do a whole nother sketch show while also being on SNL.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when I watched the show, I realized how he's able to do it. He didn't say this, but this new show is also produced and executive produced by Lorne Michaels.
Oh,
So it's kind of like,
nice.
all right, we're gonna let you go do this, but we coming with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Damn. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Gotta check that out.
that's my recommendation.
Something that people I don't want to say we won't recommend to them, but it's been quite the spectacle. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
Now, I know. I'm telling. Listen, I wasn't sure which brother this was, but this is apparently the one that's not good.
I don't know which one's good. I don't in
The
terms of like
one. This is the one that did not knock out Nate Robinson.
yeah, no, this is the older brother. Um, I guess they both box. Um, Jake Paul being a little more notable because he did the Ben Askren and Nate Robinson, which is kind of crazy to think that he's Logan Paul. I can't think of any of his fights, yet he's going against Floyd Mayweather, like the most like decorated boxer to ever really do it.
He's never lost to a real fighter ever.
Yeah, and I'm going into this not thinking like, oh man, what if Floyd Mayweather loses? He's not going to lose. That'd be a travesty though. But it's more so like, why? What made him agree to do this? Because like, it's a money grab for everyone involved. A lot of people are going to be into it. Promoters, the boxers, I guess, from on the undercard of it. But what made Floyd Mayweather do this? Like, he already is super rich. I guess he could get another bag this way, but I don't know. I'm curious what made him go into this to box a YouTube personality.
If it's not about the money, like yes, he can have $500 million. If they come at you like, yo, I got $10 million here to a fight, you're gonna probably easily win. I I guess why not? You know what I mean? Like I'm not. So look, I'm not saying he's doing it because he needs the money, but it's really easy money. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's no really. What's the risk? Like what does he have to lose?
A legacy.
But he's not going to lose.
Well, that's the thing. Some people are saying it's more so like you're joining a circus when you do something like this. Like they had the press conference where they're all brawling. The Jake Paul actually did find it kind of humorous. It was terrible. They're like face to face, and then Jake Paul like just takes his hat and then does the line, "Got your hat." Just I got, and that sent Floyd Mayweather like, "I'm gonna kill you" and all this stuff. And it's just like, all right, you're really like in a circus right now, and a lot of combat sports athletes, a lot of them are of the mind of like, why even entertain these people? Why give them money? But at the same time, you can recognize that they are also, if they're fighting one of the Paul brothers, they're also making a lot of money. And it is entertaining overall when you think about it. We are discussing it after all.
Yeah, man. It was sad to see. Yes, it is a circus. It was sad to see what happened to Floyd Mayweather's hair. I didn't know he looked like LeBron James mixed with Kevin Durant under his hat.
It's like it looks like just armpit hair is on top of his head. I'm not trying to make fun of people's looks and stuff, but I was like, oh, is this an old photo?
And it looks like So it looked like somebody did not shape up a colony of ants. That's just what it looks like.
It looks like if butt cheeks had frontal pubic hair. Like if
Where's
pubic
the
hair was
front of
on,
the?
if pubic hair was on the butt and then it curved around like a head, it kind of looks like that.
Oh, oh man! Now I'm thinking about Harry. But you ever see a Harry? Okay, I don't want to go down there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, so now he's opened himself up to be made a mockery of. You know what I mean? Because he's part of this circus. But is it worth it? I mean, he's not taking no little bag. He's not getting a milli or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's probably making like $10 million at least, dog. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, again, I guess my gripe with it, and it's less of a gripe, more of just an observation, is like where, these brothers, what they're doing, a lot of people are giving them credit because they're bringing attention back to boxing, which a lot of people thought was kind of like a dying sport in a lot of ways. We weren't paying attention to it. Now you have younger fans, you have UFC fans paying attention to boxing, sort of thing. But at what cost? Is there actual athleticism being practiced, or is it just making a spectacle of a sport that was once, treasured? And when you get someone like Floyd Mayweather participating in that, it's kind of like, are you selling out the sport in a way? And I think that's something that that's what I think of with all this. But overall, too, though, like it is entertaining. And it's not going to be who knows, it may evolve the sport, but for the most part, it's cool.
That was my next question, and my next point for you here was like, this all kind of came up and started because I would say the pandemic. You know what I mean? It's just like, is this going to be the norm moving forward? Like once we get back to any kind of normalcy, like will it still be like real boxers just fighting people?
Yeah, well, if you remember, like it's been kind of popping off during the pandemic, but they've always done like celebrity boxing ones. Like you always see like Dustin Diamond, like the dude who plays Screech, boxing like Beetlejuice and all
That's
that.
cool though. Those are two non-boxers. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like this whole thing about like when Floyd fighting some like even Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
will these things be happening after the pandemic when there's actual boxing back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and well, they did. There is one big fight that's coming. I think Canelo's in it. I don't know the other guy. So it's like it is bringing attention to like legitimate boxing people that grew up boxing. But who knows? Maybe this could be the Trump effect. This could be like where it's like, oh, well, Trump did it. He was president. It's like, oh, well, let's get someone. If as long as eyes are on the person, let's let them give it a shot at anything. Same with CM Punk and UFC. The Rock thinking of running for president, the Paul brothers. It's like if you have eyes on you, I don't know, Justin Bieber may be in the NBA by the end of the year, bro.
It's like actors and stuff just trying stand up and going on tour and then selling out a bunch of stand up comedy clubs.
Get the bag.
No, you got you. But listen, I mean, it's even the same thing with social media comedians. There's people that aren't stand up comedians, but will get paid and they will sell out the club to do stand up. You know what I mean? Like, you got eyes on you. Come do this. You might not even want to.
And as comics, it feeling, not to knock anyone, but it gets kind of irritating at times to think like, oh, well, they took a different route into this, and sometimes it can feel like they're not paying respect to the art form, and such. Are more so the people that are buying into it aren't really recognizing a lot of the work that has to be done to get to that point if you're not a YouTube celebrity and such.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of or two. I don't know. I'm a big proponent of paying your dues. Like I feel like you gotta go through the mud. You know what I'm saying, to reach the mountaintop. And when you don't, when you get to the mountaintop, you bomb. You know what I mean? Like
that was a wild analogy right there. Holy shit! I like
bomb.
the first half. That was cool.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like I really feel like I have no problem. Put it out there now. I have no problem with social media comedians going to get the bag or whatever. But you also gotta pay your dues and respect the craft. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that like you might not be hot shit. You just selling out because you got a name for yourself. But when it comes to putting these jokes to the paper and delivering them Jones correctly, it's not built. It's not meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate. I mean, listen, I appreciate the people that put their time in the game. You know what I'm saying? Not just coming to get a quick bag. That's what I say. So
That's shout out to Steve-O. He is the first one that comes to mind. I think like he kind of just off his name, he started doing comedy and doing like, selling out shows, but he consistently did it. And it's like, all right, well, doing it for years now.
yeah, like you can't listen, man. I'm not knocking anybody, but like, I'm nobody. I'm doing it for 5.5 years now. So it's just like I'm still new in the game to some people that have been doing it 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I'm not making a mockery out of it. You know what I mean? I'm literally in this shit to win it. You know what I mean? I'm not like going to sell in a comedy club and then going back to my TikTok and then waiting for another booking to come. And I'm not working on jokes. I'm not trying things. You know what I mean? It's a difference. Like Steve-O really be probably writing jokes and going over it every weekend and practicing it. You know what I'm saying? Not just
writes the jokes and staples it to his chest, looks in the mirror for a little bit. Like, gotta memorize these jokes. Let me ask you something. So say if you were like a widely recognized person for comedy or something along those lines, but you wanted to dabble in something else and you wanted to leverage your notoriety, your known personality into a different field. What do you think you would try to get in and use your celebrity to get the foot in the door?
Probably see, but I guess it's along the same lines, like acting, I guess. You know what I mean? But like that's still along the same lines of entertainment. But like even I was talking to my homie about this yesterday. Like I make merch and I sell clothes and stuff. My homie was like, yo, you should reach out to Macy's and try to get your stuff into Macy's. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. But like I really want to learn it from the ground up. Like I don't want to just jump to trying to figure out how to get into Macy's. Like I want to be able to get my clothes into like small boutiques and mom and pop things and then work my way. I want to do it the right way.
Like that is the right way. What if it is that easy? Like, yeah, once you like get clothes, just to call Macy's and I'll put it in there.
Right.
I don't know, man. Don't completely shut that idea.
Look, I didn't completely shut it down because like he likes to shoot for the stars and I appreciate him for that. But I want to know what I'm doing before I just reach out to, you know what I mean? Like the biggest retailer in the world. I want to know the ins and outs so I won't be taken advantage of or I won't be losing out. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I like to learn. I like to just get it from the mud. You know what I mean? That's just what I like to do.
To get to the mountaintop. I'm gonna use that. I plan on using that at least 3 times. Why does Kirk keep talking about mud?
Your Facebook status.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think I would be a WWE referee. I think that's what I would do with mine. I think that would like, maybe a few house shows. I want to get it from the mud as well. So I'm not going to go directly on TV, but could do a few house shows. Go at the training center in Florida, do some referee stuff, take a few bumps. I think they'll let me in and let me do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you want to get it from the mud, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to just be handed over to you, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just feel better. It kind of feel better, yo. Like I'm telling you, like when I get something that I know I worked for, like I feel like, I worked for this, as opposed to like divorcing my billionaire husband and getting a bunch of money. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
yeah. That is a thing that happened, man. We just happen to be talking about billionaires and such. Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, they announced that they will be divorcing.
Yeah. So like they said after 27 years, you know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna listen. This is one thing, and I'm glad you brought this up or whatever. Okay, look, we've had a couple million billionaires now, and Jeff Bezos. When they get divorced, y'all don't. This is the people listening. Y'all do not have to send Bill Gates or Melinda Gates a DM saying something funny and then post it. Okay, I've seen this a million times.
Really? Is that a thing people do?
Everybody is messaging Bill Gates, hey, what's up, big head? Like everybody is just like, and then screenshotting and then posting it like it's original. Like, come on, stop it. Come on, let's find the next funny thing, yo. Everybody's been doing it on my timeline. I've seen it all over Twitter. Like it's
damn. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna try it out later. I'm gonna text Melinda. Wagwan.
Oh my God. But you gotta post. That's the key though. It's not like people are really trying. They just want to post it. And like, and you know, this is how I know that I'm sick of it when I see regular people doing it, not just comedians. That's what I'm like. Now I'm sick of it.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that was a phenomenon going on. And it was a thing with the Jeff Bezos and now Bill Gates, which I think he's like what the second richest person in the world, either him or Elon Musk, one of them.
Elon's up there.
Yeah. It's people are very quick to be like, oh, it's good, he's gonna lose half his fortune. But the thing about Bill Gates is that half his fortune is still a fortune. Like he's still gonna be he'll be okay. And he strikes me as the type, because he's never been on some like flashy stuff. He's probably okay with downsizing tremendously. I think maybe it'll be interesting to see how it'll impact like the charity work, because it seems like they're both very on that of like they still will both give.
Yeah, they still got that charity together, that foundation.
Microsoft?
No, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
No, yeah, they probably will still keep with that. I don't know the details of it and all that. I don't even know if they have kids or anything like that. I don't even know who Bill Gates is. Who are these people? No, but I'm curious to see how that will be, how that will impact things, their divorce. But other than that, though, it's not a bad move when you think about it. It's like you've been married for 27 years, you build a life, maybe they have kids, and at the tail end of it, you may want to get your groove back. You may want to like, all right, well, we're both okay. We don't hate each other, but we kind of want to get jiggy with other people. I don't know.
I heard a story. I didn't get to check the sources, so I'm not sure how true this is. But I heard something that said, like, in the beginning, they had signed something that said Bill Gates was allowed to like take a vacation alone, like once a year. You know what I'm saying?
But his ex honey dip, right?
Right. You hear about that?
Yeah. It was and yeah, Bruce Patches. So Bill Gates, he's the fourth richest person. Yeah, no, I did hear about that. So, and that's the thing, like when you're married that long and also you're that rich, you would think there's like stipulations within the marriage that you can form if desired, of like, oh, well, I could see this one person, or oh, you want to see the pool person. I don't know if rich people have pool people. I don't even know if that's a thing. But yeah, you'd imagine that could be a part of it too. So maybe they just don't like each other anymore. Who knows?
Would you ever sign any stipulations like that if you got married? Like, yeah, I just need once a year to go off with another chick. I'm sorry, I can't stand you. I can't take you for 52 weeks of the year. Just give me 51. You know what I mean?
I'd be open to the idea of that. And depending on circumstances, like if it was a stipulation of like, well, I like the person I marry is like, well, I got to see an ex-boyfriend at least 3 holidays out of the year, and I can do the same sort of thing. It really depends. Like, what's the history with that boyfriend? What's the personality of the person that I'm with? But I'd be open to some sort of stipulation, not even necessarily like in terms of fidelity, but just stipulations in general of like, yo, on Mondays you can't wear red. I don't know. That's if they have a thing with that. I wouldn't be like, well, the deal breaker, just no red on Mondays.
Can't wear that flannel.
That's why it's a Saturday, baby.
I'm telling you now, I am completely 110% completely against any stipulations that involve other people.
Really?
On both sides of the fence. Okay. I don't want it. So on one hand, my woman, no way. I do not want her. No way. Like, why would no? Like, what? I couldn't even fathom someone touching my woman.
Okay.
And, like kissing. Like, no. It's a no go.
All right.
And I don't have any desire to do the same. You know what I mean? Like even I'm talking about, this is something I thought when I was a teenager. Like I don't know. Like I know I don't want that. So why would I want? Like I don't. It's just how do I explain it? Like I feel like they always say men are not. I've seen it say, but like men are the only. Men humans, right, are the only male species that are with one female. Right. So like you talk about like lions be running down a bunch of lionesses. You know what I mean? Yeah. They still got Lion Bay at home. You know what I'm saying? But they be doing their thing on the Sahara. You know what I mean? But it's like
they got it popping.
But like humans though, why are they all? I heard people say like, why are humans the only males that's supposed to be with one woman? And I'm telling you, I disagree with that. I feel like human men can be with one woman. Like I feel like they, yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, I don't know, man. I
Why
just
do you feel like that men, like males of the human species, has the wherewithal to be able to separate what people may perceive as like a humanistic desires or instincts, even to spread their seed along, other lionesses. They have they have the what's the word I'm looking for? The strength, lack of better terms, um, and the willpower to be monogamous.
feel like we're smarter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think lions, they just literally be on some lion shit. Man, I just gotta get this nut off. You know what I'm saying? There was a lioness. Like
Mm.
we have, I think we're smarter. So it'd be like, well, I want to get this nut off, but I don't want to destroy this. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to like. It's that nut's gonna be gone by tomorrow. Like I'm not gonna have that urge anymore. Like so we can think all. I think we can think all these things. Where talking about a lion on the prowl. He like I'm a lion. What you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
you
I'm
gonna leave me?
wondering, like, so sometimes I wonder, like, because I think I agree with that. I think we have the willpower and just we're given the facilities to be able to make those choices, and recognize, like, okay, well, what will this affect if I go and do this? But I'm also wondering, like, for those that do stray or like have open relationships and all that, what if they have like just like higher T count sort of thing, like testosterone or whatever? Like, what if there's like, if you have such a high amount of testosterone, what if you're like a workout person where it's like you, it kind of like fogs the brain, like it physically fogs it, where it's like you can't even think in that way, like you have to kind of go off the instinct. I don't think that's true, but I'm always interested in that concept.
I don't think I don't think I'm too far from that. Like I'm not the workout kind of guy, but like my sex drive, my I'm gonna say my testosterone. Like yeah, I've been the guy that like yeah I've had multiple like not so I haven't been in like multiple relationships, but like at the same time I have been dealing with like multiple women. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I, I thought that that's what I needed to like keep me, but that's not true because multiple times in my life I've also been faithful and committed. You know what I mean? So it's just like that ain't what I need. That's just what I thought I needed. You know what I mean? Like
Giving in to your wants.
it's not even my wants. It's what I thought. I was like I was not. I'm not saying I was programmed, but I was just brought up like, yo, you a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do. You know what I mean? Like
Nice.
you just be with a. You just what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's kind of like peer pressure to be like an ain't shit dude. You know what I'm saying? Like all my homies doing it. I mean, I'm just what I know. Like you know what I'm saying, like yeah,
It's the norm in a lot of ways. I
yeah.
I didn't grow up with that pressure too much. I'm growing into that pressure. Like I'm growing into that person. I remember like even as a teen, always saying to myself, because like I didn't really have any like girlfriends and like that, but I always knew, I was like, you know what, I'd be a good husband. I
Yeah.
always like I always thought that in terms like, yeah, it'd be pretty easy to just stick with like one person sort of thing. And I don't think that's not the case anymore. I do think that's a doable thing. It just depends on like where you're at and the person sort of thing. So maybe you're in the right place with the right person. You don't feel the need to.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is something though. Before I met my girlfriend, man, this is something that I thought before, like, because my homie, yo, he a swinger. Him and his girl swang. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They've been swanging for years, and
that's
I
cool.
just be like, and I talk to him about it, and I be like, yo, how you just let other dudes smash a chick? He'd be like, well, I'm smashing the other chicks. I'm like, but it's still somebody else smashing you. Like, I just can't, yo. I'm just like,
Maybe
yo,
he doesn't. Well, I feel like maybe that's a part of his being involved of like he's not seeing her as a possession. It's like, oh no, this is like my partner, where I truly see, we're equals in that way. And it's honestly, I'd be open to that. Like that, maybe that if that's a stipulation of mine of like, oh yeah, once a year we do some swinging. I can't say I'd be opposed to it. I think I would definitely be open to that conversation.
yeah, like yeah, you can call it possession, but if that's the case, I see myself as my girl's possession too. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I'm not like, this is mine, you can't. No, it's like, you're mine and I'm yours. Like, I am yours. Like, so it's not like, yeah, I like I said, I have no desire either to like have be swinging. Like, it's not like I want to do things, but don't want her to do them too. Like, no, I just don't want one of us to do them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can respect that. I can respect. That's a fun way to look at it. Like, I'm mine, you're what is it? You're mine and I'm yours.
I'm yours. Yeah, like it's.
Yeah.
We could dress up. We could role play. We can do all kind of things. We can do it anywhere. You know what I mean? So we can spice it up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to spice it to the point where it's another dude. I'm like
too much spice.
No, hold the seasoning.
Just a dude named Ginger in the room. Get out of here. Some people, after they have all these rendezvous and such, they celebrate their orgasm with a cigarette, but that may not be the case anymore. As the FDA, they're moving forward with trying to ban menthol flavored cigarettes and all flavors from cigars. And the streets are talking.
Look, man, I'm not going to be like, I disagree with, like, listen, man, cigarettes are killing people, especially them Newports. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandma had lung cancer. She smoked Newports as long as I could remember. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if she didn't have the chance to smoke them, she might still be here. You know what I mean? So it's
one of the things they talk about too is like the I don't know if disparity is the right word, but like they framed, I think, as like a health inequality. And I guess like I think 70% of smokers are non-white, either Hispanic or Black, and a lot of times the cigarettes are targeting that demographic. So it's kind of like a public health issue. That's kind of how they're seeing it, of like, well, if we get rid of this will be a prevention of that. It makes me, why didn't they do that sooner? Because I always thought like the FDA was kind of like, they're like kind of like hand in hand with them, like they're letting them do it and kind of profiting off of it.
Yep.
So what kind of sparked this?
I just think that it's so much out there now. You know what I mean? Like in the past, like you said, the FDA didn't say anything because cigarettes are making money. They can tax cigarettes, and then also the health problems. Now people got to pay for healthcare, or people got to pay for medicine. So like, everybody's making money hand over foot. But now it's just kind of like, bro, we all know the back draws of cigarettes. Like, we all know now. Like, we in the 70s, they didn't know like this. Like, we know, like, we literally can tell you, like, you smoke cigarettes, this is what's in it, and this is what's killing you. These are the diseases that come from it. So it's kind of like, at some point, they gotta do something. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It's funny because the first time I heard this story, I was at an open mic, and the person they were telling me about it, shout out to Joey Tubdina, he was there. I don't know if he was the person who was telling me about it or not, but I realized everyone around me was smoking, and I was like, oh yeah. And part of me, because when I heard the story, part of me was like, nice. As someone that doesn't smoke and personally just doesn't like cigarette smoke, I'm like, oh, well, this is convenient for my life. Nice. But for those that do smoke and that's like their vice, like they don't drink, they don't eat heavily, they don't smoke other substances. Cigarettes is their, like, when I go home, this is the only thing I have. I feel for them.
Tell me a cigarette smoker that doesn't drink.
I know, right? Yeah, I did make up a little. Yeah, that's. I'm sure they exist, but yeah, that's yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you smoking cigarettes, you probably drink beer every day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so I guess in that sense, but at the same time, if we're looking at, or especially look at something like a COVID, where like we're super precautious over not getting this new condition, but it's like, well, when do we apply that to like a Wendy's? When do we apply that to Newports, where it's like heart disease and obesity is such a big issue? So maybe that's maybe this is a byproduct of COVID.
Listen, COVID could be a thing because it did say that smokers are more likely to have bad reactions to COVID. You know what I mean? So I could see that, but I'm not against the same restrictions on Wendy's and McDonald's. Like, listen, it's killing people. Like, restrict that stuff, dog. It's not like they're making cheeseburgers and French fries from scratch and they're unhealthy because of the fat. No, these things are processed to the death. You know what I mean? Like, and they're feeding to people, and people are getting sick and dying from stuff like this. I'm not against it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me started. I don't eat fast food. I haven't for years, dog. It's not good for you. Like, it's like cigarettes, and it's addicting, and it's cheap. So it's just kind of like, yeah, if
It
they
sounds
ban that,
appealing. Sounds nice. I may hit up Arby's and get a Newport after this. Sounds very nice. It is cheap. You're right.
And you know the crazy part about it is you can probably get 2 meals from Arby's that cost less than a pack of Newports. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know they're so pricey, Newports. Damn.
Yeah.
I may have to do some research by smoking some cigarettes for the next week. And then I'll let you know how it turns out. I smoked one cigarette when I was 17 and it led to a sore throat. And I was like, well, this isn't for me. So I just never went back to it. But we feel for you people that smoke and such, especially the comics. Real quick, shout out to Ron Kane's open mic, the Tuesday ones in Lancaster. Went there, and this was one of the first times I went to like an indoor open mic. I've done an indoor show now, but open mic wise, and it was cool. It was a cool setup. It was like they have it like it's like in a music room almost. Low ceiling, so you hear the laughs and all that. It was nice. So shout out to them for that.
Yeah, I haven't been to any of them joints yet. I got to make it over there.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the flavored cigars though. Like, are they like banning stuff that people roll up weed in?
I think, and I didn't focus too much on this part because menthol. The reason why I guess the main reason they're aiming for that is because that's the only flavor allowed in cigarettes. Because I guess if they have like strawberry flavors, they'll be appealing to children and all that. So they allow menthol. And I guess for cigars, it's the same where it's like you have like grape Dutch, you have black and mild, where it's like if you take the flavors out of it, then there's less incentive, I guess, for some of the younger smokers. So I think they're probably referring to like when people get like Philly blunts and all that stuff. I don't know so much about like the actual like cigars, like in cigar factories and shops, but probably like convenient shop wise, not to have so many delightful flavors.
Yeah. There's always an assortment of flavors at them joints.
Yeah, it's like there was one I saw the other day. It was like a Russian white, and I was like, oh, what does that even mean?
So was that a White Owl?
I don't know. I just saw it from the thing. I wasn't cigar shopping. I was like, what kind of you got pineapple game? Is that? I think that's a real thing, probably. Yeah.
Games.
Yeah, man.
I think we should jump into our another segment here. Our goals segment.
Goals. We got goals this week.
Something that I've been going back and forth with since I've been doing comedy. My goal, I gotta write every day.
Okay.
Write every day. I've said it before that I don't think I should force myself to write every day because so much unfunniness is produced when I force it. Like when I force it, it doesn't flow like I want it to. My best jokes come from spur of the moment type things like that. But I realized like I gotta do it. I gotta force myself to get better. I can't take the easy route out. I gotta work at it. I can't. I can no longer sit back and just wait for it. I gotta go get it too, because I'm gonna go get it. And when the funniness comes to me, I'm gonna be way better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blocking my blessings by not writing every day. I gotta write every day.
That's I think we've talked about too the idea of morning pages. I tried it for like 3 months, where it's like you have to write at least 3 pages. Like they say in the morning, but I did it just throughout the day. You have to do at least 3 pages. It could be free thought. It could be like structured jokes if you wanted to do that, but it has to be at least 3 pages. And the idea is that like you are going to come up with a lot of unfunny stuff. That's the thing. Like you're pretty much getting rid of all the stuff in your brain, like all the negative stuff, all the positive stuff too, but you're getting it all out. So if you have unfunny stuff up there, you're getting it out, and then you're kind of working your way up to some of the funnier ones. So good luck with it. I wish you well.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to try to do the I want to try to do every day. I've been doing it for like a week. Every day I've been writing monologue jokes, and I have been trying to not reword, but like punch up what I have.
Yeah.
my set so far, and just create new jokes for my set. So I'm not kind of going at it by like just free writing pages. I'm kind of got like a structure. Like, yo, I need to come up with jokes that fit in my set. I need to flesh out and punch up what I already have. I gotta do that because this year didn't have all the open mics like I normally do. So I kind of wasn't able. I kind of took like a year off from writing how I normally do. So I gotta just get back into it every day. I gotta do it. So that's my goal at this time.
Nice one. I say give yourself like a span. I feel like for goals like that, it's like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Let me, at least it's how I approach it. Sort of thing. Like, I'm gonna try this out for like a month. I'm gonna try this out for 2 weeks. And if it's like resonating and it's like hitting and like you're on a stride, then continue it, sort of thing. But give yourself like almost like a time frame of like, I'm gonna do it from this amount of time. And then, if it kind of takes some of the pressure off of like, I don't want to say pressure, but like, a lot of times when you venture into like new things and you're not sure what's going to come out of it, I think a lot of times that can build like a reservation in the person following through with the goal, because they're like, well, I don't, for X, Y, and Z reasons, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to complete this. But if you give like a goal, like, oh yeah, I want to go for this for at least a week, or I want to go for this for at least a month, it allows you to kind of enter that zone without, realize you got to like adjust your whole way of life.
Yeah, I think that's not gonna work for me. Yeah. I need to adjust my way of life. I need to make this an everyday thing that I do for the rest of my life.
Damn.
I'm telling you, if I give myself an out, but like, well, I'll do it for a week, I'll do it for a month. After that, I'm probably going to just stop. I need to get into the practice of making my set the best that it can be every day. Taking days off, why? Like, I got to do it. That's just, I know myself. And if I don't give myself strict rules, I'm not going to do it.
Respect that. I respect that. Nice.
I got to do it. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You tune in for our next episode to see if Alan stays true to his goal.
Yeah, it's 1 week strong. I'm 1 week strong already. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm 1 week strong, and my goal too, actually, is actually the 1 week mark. For this month, my goal is to, I got a blender. Got a blender last week. And you boys been doing a little fitness stuff. So I've been blending not meals, but like instead of a snack.
Like smoothies?
Kind of, yeah. So pretty much the thing is to have at least one blended drink a day, which isn't a major one, but it's the idea of like replacing, like, say I have like a breakfast at 10 a.m. and then lunch at like 2, and I'm hungry in between. Instead of doing like a snack or like a small beef patty or whatever, do a smoothie. So a smoothie with like kale, celery. I got like this protein milk if I ever chose to use that. But really what I've been doing, I've been adding applesauce instead of any sort of sugar. So it's like unsweetened applesauce. So that gives a good paste to it, and also makes it a little more fluid. So I've been on a smoothie blender kick. So I'm going to try that out for like at least the month and try to adopt ways that I can integrate it into my life.
Yeah, I think I like that. I like that, man. Definitely. I'm all for the healthiness, healthy eating. You know what I'm saying? Mix up the fruits and the vegetables and get freaky with it. You know what I'm saying?
It tastes good too. Yeah, it's fun. It's like, I had like a carrot, celery, kale. What was the other thing? Apple.
Bananas? You like bananas?
Yeah, no, I do bananas in the morning because that fills me up. So like I put bananas in there with strawberries. I did that one, which I surprisingly didn't enjoy as much, the strawberry banana combination. But the banana, anything with celery, I'm fine. That's one of my favorite vegetables right there. So if I'm able to put celery in anything, I'll be fine.
Nice, man. I like that one, man. Because that's, I like to see you eating that more than I like to see you going to Wawa getting donuts.
Yeah, so I should probably balance it out. I won't, but
it's just blending up donuts.
Oh gosh, I keep having this like horror fantasy. One of my arm going in the blender. Won't even go into that. But I also I keep thinking like this. What if I like have to do like a hamburger in a blender, which is like it just grosses me out every time. So let's hope that does not happen.
Yeah, what you can do is you can put all the toppings, the lettuce, the burger, the mayonnaise in the blender, and then after it's blended up, you can like put it on a bun and then.
Oh god, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. The goal is done. The goal is done. Not touching that
Goal,
damn blender again.
goal session over.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to dip. I'm gonna watch the end of before I go back to the library. I have this French foreign film called Catch, and I'm gonna finish that and then return it and give my report on Gaslight. What are you getting into for the day?
I got a show tonight.
Nice.
I'm producer Pat's on that joint with me at
Oh,
JP Winery. It's an outdoor type situation,
it's Hershey, right?
It's by Hershey, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna hit that up, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mark.
Gary Limoges put it together, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Gary.
love someone else.
No, you
Shout out
thought
rescinded for Mark.
no, shout out to Mark. You talking about Stoudemire. He's the homie.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah.
This is my first show in Pennsylvania in a while. So most of the time I'm in Brooklyn doing it. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? They don't know I'm about to hit them. I got some shit too, man.
Nice.
I can't wait. I'm gonna hit them hard today.
Damn. Good stuff, man. You get to see producer Pat as well. Oh, I'm jealous. Oh,
Come on out. You can come out.
No.
No.
No, it's Summer Impact URL. It's tonight. They're doing their tournament. So I'm kind of my night. I seriously didn't follow through on plans for tonight because I was like, I kind of want to watch Summer Impact. So that's gonna be my night. But I wish both of you well. I'm sure you're both gonna do very fine.
Yeah. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
And for those listening, man, you made it to the end, but don't worry, we'll be back. Feel free to check us out on all the websites, like and subscribe, and look out for there may be some new logos coming out soon.
Yeah. We should have that for next episode. That should be up there.
Yeah, that's your goal, Jeff. Your goal. No, shout out to Jeff. All right, thanks for listening. Peace.
Peace.